Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a little different.
A little bit, yeah.
Usually, we're unpacking history or tech trends or some really dense scientific paper. But today we're doing something that's been highly requested and honestly something incredibly high stakes for a specific group of you listening right now. We're talking about the Class 10 English Grammar Board exam.
That's right. It is crunch time. And I know for a lot of students and even for adults who are just trying to polish their professional communication, this topic is the one that causes the most anxiety.
Oh, absolutely. We're going on a mission today, a tactical mission.
I like it.
We are going to tackle the monster that lives under the bed of every English student, tenses, all 12 of them, in one single focused session.
It's a tall order.
It is. And before you roll your eyes and think, oh, great, another grammar lecture, let me just stop you. This isn't about memorizing a textbook. This is about hacking the logic of the language.
It does sound a bit like a marathon, doesn't it? But it's so necessary. Tenses are the absolute backbone of the language. If you get your tenses wrong, you aren't just losing marks in the grammar section.
No, it's everything.
Your writing section stuffers, your literature answers get confusing. It affects everything. It's the difference between sounding like you know what you're talking about and, well, sounding like you're guessing.
Exactly. The goal here is clarity. We want to take this whole thing from a daunting list of arbitrary rules to something that feels like painless logic. We want you, the learner, to walk away from this deep dive feeling like you own the timeline. No more guessing between has been and had been.
We promise.
We're going to fix that today. But I have to ask, why is this so hard? Why do we even need 12 different ways to say I eat a sandwich? It seems excessive.
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And what's fascinating here is that tenses aren't just arbitrary rules invented to torture students, even though I know it feels that way sometimes.
It really does.
They're a framework for understanding time. They allow us to organize our reality, what's happening now, what's history, and what's just a possibility in the future.
So it's cognitive. It's about how we think.
Completely. Think about it. Some languages don't even mark time on the verb in the same way. But English is obsessed with time. We need to know not just when it happened, but how it happened.
How it happened.
What do you mean?
Well, was it a short burst? Was it a long, drawn-out process? Did it finish completely, or is it still going on? That's what all these different tenses do. They add like a 3D depth to a flat timeline.
I love that perspective. It's not just grammar, it's time travel logic. It's about resolution and fidelity.
Precisely.
So here is our roadmap for the hour. We're going to start by defining what a tense actually is, just getting our definition straight.
Good place to start.
Then we're going to march through the three main time zones, present, past, and future. We'll break down the four aspects of each, look the master chart to visualize it all, and finally, we're going to bust the common myths and errors that usually cost students marks. Sounds like a solid plan, and we're going to do this systematically. No skipping steps. This is a ground-up build.
Okay, let's unpack this. Starting with the most fundamental question, because I think people skip this and just start trying to memorize formulas. What actually is a tense?
At its absolute core, a tense is a form of a verb that indicates the time of an action or event. That's the textbook definition.
Right, when something happened.
But, and this is the key, it also tells you the aspect of that action. Is it complete? Is it ongoing? Is it a habit? The when and the how are bundled together.
Okay, and the source material uses this multiplication logic, which I find really, really helpful. It's like a grid. I'm a visual learner, so this helps me.
It is exactly like a grid. Think of it as simple math. 3 times 4 equals 12. That's all it is. You have the three main times: present, past, and future.
Everyone knows those. Yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Exactly. That's your, let's say, your x-axis.
Okay, x-axis is time. So what's the y-axis?
The y-axis is the aspect. There are 4 of them. First, you have simple, sometimes called indefinite. This is just the basic fact of the action.
I play.
I play. Then you have continuous or progressive. That means the action is in motion. The video is playing.
I am playing.
Perfect. Third is perfect. This implies the action is done. It's completed.
I have played.
Yep. And finally, the combination. Perfect continuous. The action was in motion for a while and might still be.
I have been played.
You've got it. So if you take those 4 aspects and you apply them to the 3 times, boom, you get the 12 tenses we need to master.
3 times 4 equals 12. Simple math for a grammar problem. I like it. So let's stop looking at the whole mountain and just start climbing. Let's start with the now, the present tenses.
Let's do it.
First up, the simple present tense. This seems like the easiest one, right? Subject plus the verb, I play, she reads. But honestly, this is the one that frustrates me the most. We call it present, but if I say I drive a car, I'm not actually driving right now. I'm sitting in a studio talking to you. So why do we call it present if it's not happening now?
That is a brilliant observation, and it's the very first trap that students fall into. The simple present is, in a way, kind of misnamed.
I knew it.
It should really be called the universal truth tense or the habitual tense. We rarely use it for an action happening this very second. If I drop a pen, I don't say, I dropped the pen.
No, you say I'm dropping it or I just dropped it.
Exactly.
Right. So what is the mechanism here? The formula?
Structurally, it is subject plus V1, which is the base form of the verb. I play, you walk, they sing. But we have the first major rule that students often forget in the heat of an exam.
Ah, the S.
The dreaded S, the he sheet rule. If the subject is third person singular, he, she, it, or a name like Rahul or Priya, you must add S or es to the verb.
So I play cricket, but he plays cricket.
Why?
Is there a deep linguistic reason, or is English just trying to be difficult?
There is a reason, and it's actually a fossil. It's a leftover from an older version of English.
A fossil. Tell me more.
Think of it this way. English used to have endings for every person, like I play E, thou playest, he playeth. Over hundreds of years, we got lazy and dropped almost all of them.
We just got tired of it.
Exactly. We dropped all the endings, except for that stubborn third person's is. It's a fossil of how the language used to work. It's the last one standing.
That is actually really cool. It's like a linguistic appendix. It doesn't do much anymore, but it's still there.
Perfect analogy. And examiners love to poke that appendix to see if it hurts. If you write, he go to school, you fail that question. It has to be, he goes.
And just a quick tactical note on spelling here, because the board exams can be so pedantic about this stuff.
Yes, very important.
If the verb ends in sound like ish, chush, xx, or s, you usually add es, not just es. So go becomes goes. Watch becomes watches.
Correct. And if it ends in a consonant plus y, like study, it becomes studies. You change the y to I and add a's. These little mechanics are where marks are won and lost.
Okay, so we've established we don't use this for right now. So when do we use it?
Primarily for two things. First, habits and routines. She reads the newspaper daily. I play cricket every evening. It's for things that happen repeatedly. It's the default settings of your life.
Default settings. I like that. It's what you do.
It's what you do. The second main use is for universal truths. Facts that don't change. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
So things that are always true.
And this extends to permanent situations. He lives in Delhi. We treat that as a permanent fact about him, so we use simple present.
Now, here is where it gets really interesting and a bit confusing for some. We use the simple present for the future. How does that work?
Yes, this is a more advanced nuance that examiners absolutely love to test. We use simple present for scheduled future events. Think of timetables, schedules, official itineraries.
Like a train schedule.
Exactly. The train leaves at 6 p.m. Now, 6 p.m. might be in the future, but the schedule is a present fact. It's written down, it's fixed. So even though it hasn't happened yet, we say the train leaves, not necessarily the train will leave.
That's a great tip. So if you see a question about a bus schedule or a flight time or meeting agenda,
simple present is a very safe bet. The board loves to test if you know the exception, not just the rule. They want to see if you understand that a schedule is a fixed reality, almost like a universal truth, even if the event itself is in the future.
what about negatives and questions? We can't just say, he play not.
No, English requires a helper verb there. We use do or does. He does not like tea. Do they play football?
And notice again, the S goes to the does.
Yes. The main verb stays simple. It's he does not like, not he does not like. The does is all the heavy lifting.
Got it. Okay, moving on to the second aspect, present continuous tense. Now, this is the one that feels like the real present to me, the now.
It feels more immediate, absolutely. The structure is subject plus Ismara plus V1 plus ing. She is singing, they are playing.
And the core use is pretty obvious. It's for an action happening at the moment of speaking. She is singing right now.
Correct. But let's visualize this because it helps. If I say I am running, you can picture a video of me running. You can press pause on that video and I'm mid-stride. That is what continuous means. It means you are in the middle of the process. You've started, but you haven't finished.
That makes so much sense. It's distinct from I run, which is just a fact about me, a default setting. I am running. is a video clip.
Perfectly put. It's also for temporary actions that might not be happening exactly this second, but are happening around this time.
Like what?
For example, I'm reading a novel these days. You aren't literally reading it while you're talking to me, but you are in the process of reading it over this week or this month.
Ah, okay. Like, he is staying at a hotel this week. It's temporary. It's not where he lives permanently, which would be he lives in a hotel.
Exactly. It's a temporary situation. And just like the simple present, we can use this for future plans too. We are meeting tomorrow. This implies a fixed personal arrangement.
Okay, I need to pause here because the notes have a giant red alert stamped on this section. The state of verb trap.
Ah, yes.
What is this? This sounds like something that trips everyone up.
This is probably the #1 place where students lose marks in the present tense section. There are certain verbs, we call them state of verbs, that describe states of being, feelings, senses, or possession. These verbs, as a general rule, cannot take the continuous ing form.
Wait, so the McDonald's slogan, I'm loving it.
Ah, the fast food jingle. Listen, marketing ruins grammar, my friend.
Oh, whoa.
It works as a jingle because it sounds active and cool and modern. I love it. Sounds like a dry fact. I'm loving it. Sounds like a party. But if you write that on your board exam, your examiner will not be partying.
So no party for me.
No party for you. They will cut your marks. In formal English, you say, I love it. You don't say, I am knowing the answer. You have to say, I know the answer.
But why? Why can't I be in the process of knowing something?
Let's go back to your video analogy. It's brilliant. If you say, I am running, I can pause the video and see you in the act of running.
Right. Mid-stride.
But if you say, I know the answer, can you pause a video on the process of knowing?
No, I guess not. It's just in my head.
Exactly. You either have the knowledge or you don't. It's a light switch, not a dimmer switch. You can't be in the middle of knowing. You can be in the middle of learning, so I am learning is perfectly fine. But knowing is a state. That is why I am knowing sounds so wrong to a native speaker. You're trying to turn a switch into a slider.
That is a huge takeaway. A light switch, not a dimmer. So what are the main verbs on this no-fly list for the ing form?
You need to basically memorize a short list. The big ones are know, love, hate, want, need, seem, appear, own, belong, hear, see, taste.
These are all internal states, not active processes.
You got it. So if you see a blank in the exam with the verb know, and the sentence implies right now, do not write is knowing, you must write knows.
Got it. Okay, let's move to the bridge. The present perfect tense. Subject plus hashave plus V3, the past participle. Why do you call this a bridge?
Because it connects the past to the present. This is the tense that confuses people the most because it talks about the past, but it is technically a present tense.
Okay, that's already confusing.
It describes an action that happened in the past, but either the time isn't specified or, and this is the important part, the effect is still felt in the present. It has a present relevance.
Can you give us an example of that effect, that present relevance?
Sure. Imagine two scenarios. Scenario A, he broke his leg last year.
Okay.
Scenario B, he has broken his leg. What's the difference in the mental picture?
Well, scenario A last year sounds like history. It's a story. It's probably fine now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's over. It's a closed case. But he has broken his leg, implies the plaster cast is still on. The leg is still broken now. The action happened in the past, but the result is living and breathing in the present.
I see. So if I say, I lost my keys versus I have lost my keys.
What's the difference?
I lost my keys could mean I lost them yesterday, but I found them this morning. I have lost my keys means I am standing at my front door right now and I cannot get in.
Exactly. The problem is current. That's the bridge to the present.
That is a critical distinction. It's all about the now.
It's also for things that were just completed. She has just finished her homework. The ink is still wet, so to speak.
Okay.
And the other big use is for life experiences where the specific time doesn't matter. I have visited Paris.
It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or last week. The point is, I have that experience badge. It's part of who I am now.
You got it. And look for the signal words. This is a huge tip.
I'll
Just, already, yet, ever, never, recently. If you see just, your brain should scream, present perfect.
All right, the final present tense. This one's a mouthful. Present perfect continuous, subject plus hashave plus been plus V1 plus ing.
It is a mouthful, but it's logical. It's the endurance tense. It's used for an action that started in the past and is still continuing right now.
Still going on.
Yes. She has been studying for 3 hours. What does that mean?
She started 3 hours ago, and if I look in her room right now, she is still sitting there with her books open.
Exactly. The action is not finished. And this is where we run into that classic since versus for distinction. This always, always trips people up.
Yes. How do we keep them straight?
Okay, visualize a timeline. Since points to the starting moment. It's a specific point in time. Since Monday, since 2010, since 8 a.m.
It's the starting gun.
It's the starting gun. For, on the other hand, measures the duration. It's the length of the race for 2 hours, for 10 years, for a long time.
So since is a point, for is a period.
Perfect. Let's try it. I have been living here 2015.
Since 2015, that's the starting point.
Right. I have been living here 8 years.
For 8 years. That's the duration.
You've got it. And a common error alert here. People mix this with the simple continuous tense. You can't say, I'm living here since 2015. It's wrong.
Why is it wrong? It feels close.
Because I am living is only about now. But since 2015 introduces a duration from the past. You need a tense that bridges the past and present. That's what perfect does. So if you have since or for, you almost always need the perfect continuous form. I have been living here.
That is a golden rule. See, since or for, think have been plus ing.
Correct.
All right, we have survived the present. Let's step into the time machine and go back. The past tenses.
Okay. The past is often simpler in some ways because the action is over. The book is closed. Let's start with the most common one, simple past, structure, subject plus V2.
V2 is the simple past form of the verb. Go becomes went. Eat becomes agric. See becomes saw.
Exactly. And the core use is for a completed action at a definite past time. This is key. She visited Agra last year. We watched a movie yesterday.
How is this different from present perfect? We touched on this, but let's just hammer it home one more time.
Yeah.
I have visited Agra versus I visited Agra last year.
Okay, this is the dead box theory. Simple past puts the event in a box, seals it shut, and buries it in the past. It cuts the cord with the present. It specifically anchors the event in history.
And the anchor is the time word.
The anchor is the time word. If you see yesterday, last week, in 2010, or ago, you must use simple past. You cannot, under any circumstances, say, I have met him yesterday. That is grammatically illegal.
Why? I don't get it. Have met is a past action. Yesterday is a past time. Why don't they get along?
Because have met, the present perfect, is always trying to build that bridge to the present. It's holding a rope to the now, but yesterday comes along with a giant pair of scissors and says, no, stay in the past. It cuts the rope. They fight each other.
You have to pick one.
You have to pick one. And the specific time word always wins. So I met him yesterday.
I met him yesterday. Because yesterday puts it in the dead box. It's done. Over.
Precisely. Simple past is also used for a series of completed actions, like when you're telling a story. He entered the room, sat down on the chair, and opened his book.
Bam, bam, bam. All V2.
It's the storytelling tense.
Got it. Moving on to past continuous. Subject plus was swear plus V1 plus ing. This one sets the scene, doesn't it? It feels cinematic.
It does. It describes an action that was in progress at a specific past moment. At 8 p.m. last night, I was studying. It lets you pan the camera across a past scene and see what was happening.
And my favorite scenario. The interruption.
The classic interruption. You use past continuous for the longer, background action, and you use simple past for the short action that interrupts it.
Can be the classic example.
I was sleeping peacefully. That's the background scene. When the phone rang, that's the short, sharp interruption.
The phone ringing cuts into the sleeping. It creates a dynamic timeline right there in the sentence.
Exactly. It's the difference between a photograph, I slept, and a movie with a jump scare, I was sleeping when.
Now we get to the one that scares people. The past perfect tense. The past of the past.
Double past.
Subject plus had plus V3. This sounds like time travel within time travel.
It is, but it exists for one very important reason. Clarification. When you have two actions in the past and you need to show which one happened first, you use past perfect for the earlier action.
The classic example is always the train station, isn't it? It's in every single grammar book ever written.
It's the textbook example because it just works so perfectly. The train had left before we reached the station.
Okay, break down the timeline for me.
Let's break it down. Two things happened in the past. Action 1, the train left. Action 2, we reached the station.
Both are in the past.
Right, but they didn't happen at the same time. One happened earlier. To show that, the earlier action gets the had plus V3, so the train had left.
And the second, later action.
The second action, reaching the station, just gets the normal simple past. We reached, put it together. The train had left before we reached. It's crystal clear who was late.
So if I said, the train left when we reached, using simple past for both.
Then it implies they happened at the same time. It suggests you might have had to run and jumped onto the moving train. It's ambiguous, but Had left confirms you missed it. It was already gone when you got there.
What are the key signal words here?
Before, after, by the time. By the time I arrived at the party, my friend had already gone home.
My friend going home happened before my arrival.
Exactly. It's about sequencing. It's for the control freaks who need to know exactly what order things happened in.
I feel seen. Okay, and finally for the past, the really long one. Past perfect continuous. Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing.
This is similar to present perfect continuous, but the whole thing is shifted back in time. It emphasizes the duration of an activity that was happening before another past event.
Okay, an example, please.
She had been crying for an hour when I found her.
So let's break that down. The finding happened in the past.
Right, simple past.
But before I found her, she was crying. And not just for a moment, but for a whole hour.
Yes. The crying happened before the finding, and we want to stress how long it went on. So we uses had been crying. It gives context.
It feels like a very storytelling tense. The detective had been working on the case for months before he finally found the clue. It adds weight and history to the moment he finds it.
That's a perfect example. It gives the background story that led up to that key moment. It explains the exhaustion or the preparation. He was tired because he had been running.
Okay, deep breath. Now we've done the history. Let's look at the future tenses. This is where we get into sci-fi territory. Predictions and possibilities.
The future is generally a bit easier, I think, because the auxiliary verbs are very consistent. We rely heavily on will.
Okay, starting with the easy one. Simple future. Subject plus will shall plus V1.
A quick note on shall versus will. In modern, everyday English, will is almost universal. You can use it for everything and you'll be fine.
So why do we even learn shall?
Because formally, and especially in exams where they might be a bit old-fashioned, shall is preferred with I and we. I shall go. We shall see. It sounds a bit more formal, a bit more Victorian, doesn't it?
It does. We shall overcome. It has a certain gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But will is acceptable for all subjects.
Yes. In modern usage, absolutely. If in doubt, use will.
And the core uses for this tense.
3 main things. Predictions. It will rain tonight. Decisions made spontaneously, in the moment. The phone is ringing. I will get it. And simple future facts or promises. She will come tomorrow. I will help you. It's pretty straightforward.
Easy enough. What about future continuous? Subject plus will shall plus be plus V1 plus ing.
Again, just apply the continuous logic we already know. It's an action that will be in progress at a specific future time. It's about visualization.
So an example.
At this time tomorrow, I will be traveling to Mumbai.
You are projecting yourself 24 hours into the future and imagining what you'll be doing in the middle of doing in that moment.
Exactly. You're not starting the travel or finishing it. You're on the train looking out the window. Don't call me at 6 p.m. tomorrow because I will be watching the match.
Okay, that makes sense. Then we have future perfect. Subject plus will shall plus have plus V3. This one sounds complicated. You called it the deadline tense.
That is the best way to think of it. It's all about an action that will be completed before a specific future moment. The magic signal word here is by.
By 7 p.m.
She will have cooked dinner. This means if you arrive at 7 p.m., the dinner is ready and on the table, the action of cooking is finished. We are standing at a point in the future, looking back at a completed action.
It's weird if you think about it. We are remembering things that haven't even happened yet.
It is time travel.
By 2030, scientists will have discovered new planets.
It's a projection. You jump to 2030, turn around, and look back at the discovery as if it's already in the history books of that future time.
My head hurts a little. And finally, the mouthful to end all mouthfuls. Future perfect continuous.
The big boss.
Subject plus will plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. When on earth do we actually use this?
It is rare, I'll admit that. You won't use it every day. But it serves a very specific purpose. It combines the idea of a future deadline with a long duration leading up to it.
Okay, give me a scenario.
Imagine a teacher is retiring in March after a long career. She started teaching 10 years ago. On her retirement day in March, she might say, by March, I will have been teaching for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's break down why we need 4 different helper words just to say that. Will have been teaching.
It's a chain of logic. Will projects us forward to the future moment, March.
Right.
Have signals the completion, the milestone.
The perfect aspect.
Been and teaching show the continuous action, the duration leading up to that future moment.
It's the anniversary tense.
It is. By next July, we will have been living in this house for 5 years.
It connects the past, when you started living here, the present, you're still here, and the future, the anniversary date. It spans the entire timeline.
You've nailed it. That's its exact, very specific function.
That is deep. Okay, we have marched through all 12. That is a lot of information. My brain is slightly melting. Let's try to synthesize this. In the notes, we talked about building a master chart.
Yes. This is your most powerful tool. If you are listening, I want you to close your eyes, unless you're driving, please don't, and visualize a grid. 3 rows down for time, present, past, future, and 4 columns across for aspect, simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous.
Okay, I have the grid in my head. Let's fill it in row by row. Row 1, the simples.
Present simple.
V1 or V1 plus S.
Past simple.
V2.
Future simple.
Will plus V1, easy.
Okay, row 1 is done. Row 2, the continuous, the ing row.
Present continuous is Isamar plus ing.
Past continuous.
Was, were plus ing.
Future continuous.
Will be plus ing. You just follow the pattern.
You do. Okay, row 3, the perfect. This is the have-had row, and it always uses V3, the past participle.
Right. Present perfect. Have plus V3.
Past perfect.
Badge is V3. The past of the past.
Future perfect.
Will have plus V3.
Excellent. And the final row, row 4, the big combo. Perfect continuous. The been plus ing row.
Present perfect continuous. Has been plus ing.
Past perfect continuous.
Had been plus ing.
And the final boss, future perfect continuous.
They'll been plus ing.
There it is. That's the entire system.
If you can draw that grid from memory on the back of your question paper the moment you sit down for your exam, you have won half the battle.
Right.
It's your own personal legal cheat sheet.
Absolutely. It removes the panic. When you see a question you're not sure about, you don't guess, you look at your grid and find the formula.
Now let's get really tactical. We know the rules, but where do students actually trip up? Let's play a game. I'm going to be the stressed student making common mistakes. You be the examiner with the big red pen. Correct me.
I am ready. Bring me your worst grammar.
Okay, here we go. First one. Teacher, I am knowing the answer.
Wrist. Wrong. State of verb alert. You cannot be knowing. Knowing is a state. A light switch. It's on or off. Correction. I know the answer.
Okay, fine. My bad. How about this? I am living here since 2015.
Double bist. A classic. You use the word since. Since introduces a duration from the past to the present. You need a tense that can build that bridge.
The perfect tense.
The perfect tense. Correction. I have been living here since 2015.
Tough crowd. Okay, try this. He has went to school.
Ooh, that one physically hurts my ears. Has is part of the perfect tense family. It demands the V3 form of the verb. Went is V2. The forms are went, gone.
V3 is gone.
D3 is gone. Correction, he has gone to school.
Okay, a storytelling one. When I reached the station, the train left.
Ambiguous. I don't know what happened first. Did you jump on the moving train? Did you miss it? If you want to make it clear that you missed it, you need to show the train's departure happened first.
The past of the past.
Past perfect. Correction. When I reached, the train had left.
Okay, 2 more. This is a really common one. She did not came yesterday.
No. This is the double past error. The word did is already in the past tense. It's done the work. You don't need to put the main verb in the past tense, too. It's redundant.
So after did or did not.
Always revert to the base form, V1, always. Correction. She did not come.
That is such a common one. Did not went, did not saw. All wrong. It has to be did not go, did not see.
Always V1 after did. Tattoo that on your brain. Mentally, of course.
Last one, the one we talked about earlier. I have met him yesterday.
Signal word violation. Yesterday belongs to the simple past dead box. It's a specific finished time. Have met is present perfect, which tries to connect to now. They cannot coexist in the same sentence.
They're enemies.
They're enemies. The specific time word wins. Correction. I met him yesterday.
Brilliant. Those 6 tips alone could probably save a student 5 marks on an exam.
Easily. These are the classic traps.
So we have the knowledge. How do we apply it under pressure in the exam hall? We have a method here called the Sherlock Holmes method for identifying tenses.
It's a simple 3-step algorithm to solve any fill-in-the-blank or error-spotting question. You don't guess. You deduce, like a detective.
What's step 1?
Step 1. Check for a signal word. This is your first and most important clue.
Find the clue at the crime scene.
Exactly. You scan the sentence for time markers. If you see ago or yesterday, your brain should immediately lock onto simple past. Case closed.
Okay.
If you see since or for with a duration, you lock on to perfect or perfect continuous. If you see by the time, you lock on to the perfect tenses. If you see now or currently, you lock on to present continuous. The signal word narrows your suspects from 12 down to maybe 1 or 2.
Okay, so the signal word narrows the suspects. What's step 2, Sherlock?
Step 2. Check the verb form. Look at the verb itself or the options you're given. Is it V1, V2, V3, or V1 plus ing? This gives you more clues.
How so?
Well, V2 always means simple past. There's no other tense that uses it. V3 always implies a perfect tense. And ing always implies a continuous tense.
And step 3?
Step 3. Check the auxiliary or the helper verb. This is the final confirmation. The helper verb tells you the time frame. Is amar points to present, was where points to past, has have points to present perfect, had points to past perfect, and will points to the future.
So let's try a practice run, a full investigation. I give you this sentence from an exam paper. By next year, I live here for 10 years. Analyze it, Sherlock.
Okay, let's break it down. Step 1, signal words. I see 2. By next year indicates a future deadline, and for 10 years indicates a duration.
Okay, future deadline plus duration.
My hypothesis is immediately future perfect continuous. Now I build it. Step 2 and 3. Future is will, perfect is have, continuous needs been, plus the in-word verb. Put it all together.
Will have been living.
By next year, I will have been living here for 10 years.
Verdict.
Correct.
It works. It breaks it down from a scary sentence to just building blocks.
Exactly. You stop reading the sentence as a blob of words and start seeing the mechanics, the engine inside.
Okay, what about this one? The doctor arrived just now.
Okay, step 1, signal word. Just. My brain immediately goes to present perfect. It means recently completed. Okay. Step 2 and 3, let's build it. Present perfect for the doctor, which is he, needs, has, plus the V3 of arrive. The V3 of arrive is arrived.
So the doctor has just arrived.
Perfect.
And one more tricky one. They were playing cricket when it started raining.
Okay, signal word. When, which is introducing an interruption, the first part we're playing is already given. That's past continuous, setting the scene. The interruption needs to be a short, sharp action.
Which is simple past.
Which is simple past. The V2 of start is started, so they were playing cricket when it started raining.
See, when you break it down like that, it's just logic. It's just mechanics.
And that's the mission accomplished. We've demystified the monster. We've turned the monster under the bed into a puppy on the sofa. It's manageable.
We really have. We've covered the grid, the definitions, the common traps, and the detective work.
And listen, if you're a student listening to this, I know it feels like a lot of formulas to memorize, but language is also about rhythm and sound. Don't just memorize rules, listen to the language, read the sentence aloud in your head. Does I am knowing actually sound right to you?
No, it feels clunky.
It does. Does I have met him yesterday feel a bit off? Yes. Trust your ear to give you a hint, but always verify with the rules from your master chart.
That is great advice. So here is your call to action. For everyone preparing for the exam, before you go to sleep tonight and every night before the exam, take a blank sheet of paper, draw the master chart, 3 rows, 4 columns, fill in all 12 formulas and write one example for each. If you can do that from memory, you are ready.
And practice those fill-in-the-blanks questions. That's the format they love. The doctor arrived just now. Your brain should instantly fire back, has just arrived. Drill those until it's an automatic reflex.
You are prepared. You have the tools. Now go crush that grammar paper.
Good luck. You've got this.
And before we go, here's one final thought to mull over as you study. We've spent an hour talking about grammar rules, formulas, exceptions. But think about this.
We organize our entire reality through tenses. Think about it. Our past memories, our present experiences, our future hopes, they all exist in our minds because we have the language, the grammar to structure them.
Wow.
If we didn't have a future tense, could we even properly hope? If we didn't have the past perfect, could we understand cause and effect in history? Mastering grammar isn't just about passing a test. It's really just mastering how we tell the story of our own lives.
That's deep. I'm going to be thinking about that all day. I will be thinking about that. See what I did there?
I see it. Future continuous. Action in progress at a future time. Well done.
Thanks. See you in the next deep dive.